After a Super Bowl blowout last night, the Eagles beating out the Chiefs 40-22. So you can see all those Philly fans so excited that the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the city of brotherly love.
Very happy for them. Of course, a lot of Chief fans waking up very disappointed this morning, so just quite the opposite. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Thanks for waking up with us here at 6 o'clock. Hopefully your day is getting off to a great start, although we know a lot of people will be a little sleepy if they stayed up for it all.
You might be dragging a little bit on the way into the office, but weather-wise, at least, you don't have. That's not going to complicate your day at all.
Not today. Yeah, we're really good, Julie. In fact, I know some of you just decided, hey, it's 24-0. I'm going to bed and get an extra 2 hours of sleep because that 40-22 score wasn't that close, believe me. And I want to start out with a very mild, very mellow Monday, folks. If you're getting up at 6:01, this is a look at radar this morning. Really nothing close to us from top to bottom. We're dry here in Indiana. I do think we're going to see our fair share of cloud cover today, but 2 hours south, and this will kick in tomorrow, a winter storm watch. This will be from Madison over to Salem and Jasper. So here's Seymour, here's Bedford. We're talking about extreme southern Indiana. This goes into effect from tomorrow until Wednesday at 7 a.m. Here, we're dry today, but even that will change. I'll explain that in a moment. 21 in Indy, 21 in Muncie, and in Bloomington this morning. Bedford, you're at 24. How about this? By 3 p.m., 38 degrees. That will be our high temperature later today. And then on Tuesday, we're calling for a few snow flurries here in Indy, but 1 to 2 inches of snow along the Ohio River. And then by Wednesday, this is going to be some problems for us, a chance for some ice or an icy mix around here and a weather impact alert day. And we'll break that down for you in minutes. But right now, we're looking at, unfortunately, not only a bad situation in traffic, but a real tragic one as well, right?
Yeah, we just got an update from NDOT, and they did confirm this was a fatal crash. Happened just after midnight on the northwest side on 65 southbound. So I wanted to take you to where traffic is being diverted off of 65 southbound. And that's going to be right here at the junction of 865. You can see we've got crews set up here blocking all of those travel lanes. That would take you down that 65 corridor. This is how folks are getting around that detour route using 865 eastbound. This is a little farther south from there where there's still some investigations going on, a cleanup process at the scene of the incident, which is just south of 865 and between 86th and 82nd Streets there on the northwest side. Again, this is your detour route. It's going to be to stick with 865 eastbound, where you can then hop on 465 southbound. Guys.
Thank you, Lindsay. This morning here at 6, we want to tell you about a shooting that left a man in critical condition on Indy's far southwest side.
So here's what we know this morning. The shooting happened at the Stone Ridge Flats and Townhomes. That's just off of Vega Way, just before midnight near South High School Road and Kentucky Avenue. At last check, that victim was in critical condition.
And this morning we have reached out to police to see if they've arrested anyone or if they even have a suspect ID'd. We don't have a word to pass along just yet, but when we hear back from police, we'll share that with you.
In just a few hours, the jury trial will begin for a man accused of killing his son's mother outside of his Indianapolis daycare. Orlando Mitchell is charged with killing Crystal Walton in 2022.
Police say that he shot Walton after she dropped off her kids at Charity Child Care on Indy's west side. Matthew Foltz is following this story and what's expected in court today. Good morning, Matthew.
Yeah, good morning to you both. Well, this is a trial that has taken more than 2 years to come together, and we expect that the jury members will be selected to determine the outcome of this trial. Now, as you guys just mentioned, Walton was shot and killed more than 2 years ago, back when she was dropping off her child outside of the Charity Child Care in the Hallville neighborhood back in September of 2022. Now, she was shot in the parking lot, and hours after the shooting, Mitchell was involved in a brief pursuit and shootout with police at 10th and Delaware in downtown Indy. He was later shot and arrested at the scene. 13 News also learned through court documents that Mitchell had a history of domestic abuse against Walton. Documents say that he violated a no-contact order and had threatened Walton for weeks leading up to that deadly shooting. And you may remember Mitchell's names making headlines in the summer of July of 2023. That's when he was charged with the death of Marion County Deputy John Durham. He was charged with that murder during an attempted escape during the summer of July of 2023. He will go on trial for that case sometime next year. Meanwhile, for this case that takes place today, it will start around 8:30 this morning, and we will have crews inside that courtroom bringing you the very latest. Ladies.
Two heartbreaking cases, Matthew. Thank you for that update.
New this morning for you, we're following a fatal crash that also happened overnight. Police tell 13 News they were called to Mimosa Road near Southeastern Avenue and Acton Road.
And at the scene, officers discovered a single vehicle flipped upside down. The driver was declared dead at the scene. Right now, police say that it was only one car involved, and they are still looking into what led up to this crash, I should say.
Also this morning, we're working to find out more about a deadly car crash that happened on the east side. This happened early Sunday morning, just before 2 a.m. on 10th Street near Post Road. Investigators tell us a car went off 10th Street and then crashed into a culvert. A female passenger died after she was taken to the hospital. The man driving was awake when medics took him to the hospital. We're also trying to find out how he's doing this morning. And we're trying to find out about more of a crash that happened in Hendricks County over the weekend. Right now, we know one woman is dead and another is in jail. Investigators say this happened just after 4 Saturday afternoon at the intersection of US 40 and State Road 39. Investigators say a vehicle crashed into another while turning. This morning, we're waiting to find out the identity of the victim and if police now have any other leads in how the crash happened.
Well, days after a car crash killed a 2-month-old baby, friends and family came together this weekend in Hendricks County. They met on Saturday to pick up debris near US 40 and Ronald Reagan Parkway. That's where a driver who refused to stop for police hit another car, which eventually caught fire. A memorial to baby Iris with stuffed animals and candles is now at that site. Iris's father and brother were also hurt in that crash. 3-year-old Iris has burns on 60% of his body. Their dad, Shadow Moore, is recovering from being hurt in that crash this morning as well. Well, recall alert, millions of baked goods are being pulled off the shelves over listeria concerns. And the company in question is based here in Indiana. The FDA issued this recall for 60 products from FGF Brands, which is headquartered in Brownsburg. So this includes donuts, cinnamon sticks, and other pastries shipped to stores all over the country. We first saw this recall in January, and it's now upgraded to a Class 2, which means that it could cause some temporary health problems. We do have a full list of the recalled items if you think you may have some in your pantry at WTHR.com.
Indigo is getting ready to start construction on the new Blue Line this week. They'll be holding a series of meetings to hear from you, the users. The Blue Line is a rapid transit bus that will run 24 miles connecting Cumberland to the Indianapolis International Airport. Construction is set to begin later this year and wrap up in 2028. That first meeting is happening later today at noon at the Ball States CAP campus, which is in Indianapolis. You can find the rest of the meeting dates at WTHR.com.
Well, Butler University is celebrating its largest gift to the athletic program in the school's history. This is thanks to Rebecca Graham Paul, who is donating $12 million through a future estate gift. Paul is a Butler grad and wants to give opportunities to future student athletes, so she's creating an endowed fund for women's athletics excellence. This will support the university's 12 women's athletics programs and includes the cheer and dance teams.
I was an athlete at Butler University pre-Title IX, so the opportunities for women were very, very limited. Title IX changed the landscape to try and provide parity, but there's still a very, very long way to go.
So Paul graduated from Butler herself in 1970 and earned her master's in 1975. She is currently the president and CEO of the Tennessee Lottery Corporation.
This morning, big congratulations going out to the Philadelphia Eagles as they are Super Bowl champs for the second time after beating the Kansas City Chiefs last night.
One of those players in the big game got his start right here in Central Indiana. You're looking at Chiefs running back Carson Steele, who is a Center Grove grad and also played ball at Ball State.
So check out this picture of his family. They sent this to us right outside the big dome there in New Orleans, rooting him on yesterday.
And it's not just his family that was rooting him on. Center Grove's Connection Graphics and Apparel, it's a store that's been supporting Steele since the early days of his career. The owner there says that it has been amazing to see him grow as a player in his rookie season.
It's so much fun to see one of our own out there, Mr. Football. It's just fantastic to be able to watch him and cheer him on. So we are so excited for him. And a rookie season, I mean, it's amazing. So we can't wait to see it.
He also played college football for UCLA after playing at Ball State.
Well, here at home, several businesses enjoyed having a lot more fans for the big game last night.
Local restaurants celebrated both teams with food. The only way to do it, right? Hoagies and Hops in Butler, Parkington went all out for Philly food. Their #1 seller, the classic Philly cheesesteak sandwich, for all the Eagles fans out there.
Yeah, we offer all the cheeses you're going to find in Philly. The Whiz Wit, the American Wit, the Pro Wit, Cooper, for those who know Cooper.
And if you haven't guessed, owner Christina and her staff are pretty much exclusively Eagles fans.
Yeah, they had a pretty packed house there yesterday. Well, it is 6/11, surprise steel tariffs. It could be another whirlwind week for international trade.
Coming up this morning for you at 6:15, the comments just made by the president overnight about the next target for his tariffs.